The JB Pipepuller is a mechanical device which is designed and patented to improve the culvert installation process. Utilizing hydraulic power, the JB Pipepuller produces a high level of horizontal force to pull box culvert sections together. The JB Pipepuller will allow you to make tighter joints and save you an average time of 10 to 15 minutes per section. Even on smaller jobs, the time you save with the JB Pipepuller can save you big dollars when you consider labor, equipment, manpower, and crane rental. Before you begin working with the JB Pipepuller, please watch this training video in its entirety and read the enclosed operation and maintenance manual. Operation of the JB Pipepuller shall be limited to competent and experienced persons. In addition, anyone who will operate or work around the JB Pipepuller must use good common sense. Above all, the operator must read and recognize all operating, fundamental, and safety instructions in the operation and maintenance manual. Avoiding accidents. Most accidents are caused by the failure to follow simple and fundamental safety rules and precautions. Always remember, recognizing the real cause and doing something about it beforehand can prevent most accidents. Regardless of the care used in the design and construction of the JB Pipepuller, many conditions cannot be completely safeguarded against without interfering with reasonable accessibility and efficient operation. A careful operator is the best insurance against an accident. Before operating this machine, read the manual completely. It contains setup procedures, maintenance information, parts list, and safety instructions that will prevent accidents. Recognize safety symbols, words, and labels. If you do not understand these precautions, do not operate this machine. Wheel adjustment procedure. While the Pipepuller is mounted on the shipping pallet or supported in another way, remove the 2 1/2-inch and loosen the center bottom bolt. Raise or lower the wheel to the proper setting, then reinsert the 2 bolts to the new setting and tighten all 3 bolts. The JB Pipepuller ships and can be hauled on a steel pallet. This pallet contains every part needed for working on any culvert type, whether it be small or large. The pallet makes the load much more stable and easy to transport. Always set the JB Pipepuller on level and stable ground. Step 1. Measure the inside height of the culvert. Refer to the post adjustment chart that is on the side of the power unit cover. Slide the proper post into the outer post strut with the numbers facing to the rear. Set the post accordingly by sliding it into the proper number, and then insert the 1-inch pin into the matching hole. Please check the manual for examples of different post height settings. Step 2. Measure the laying length of the culverts. Use the J-link reference sheet to select the proper J-links. Take a minute and review the positioning of the J-links. Measure floor thickness and select proper J-hook. Step 3. In Step 3, we are going to pay close attention to the cylinder selector valve operation. Rotating the cylinder selector valve to the left will set and release the strut. Rotating the cylinder selector valve to the right will set and release the culvert. After you have made your rotation selection, activate the remote. Step 4. The lower shoe must be in the up position before placing into the culvert. With the JB Pipepuller in transport position, connect a properly sized sling to lifting ears and gently lower the puller down into the culvert facing the direction the culverts are to be pulled. Pull the JB Pipepuller in by the handlebars as it is being lowered. Step 5. After the second culvert is positioned and ready to pull, position the JB Pipepuller in the middle of the culvert. Attach the proper J-link to the key link. Position the puller so the J-link hooks over the 1.25-inch pin on the J-hook. Rotate the selector valve to the left. Tip the front of the puller to the floor while pushing the strut to the ceiling. Activate the remote to fully extend the strut cylinder. This will lock the puller securely in position. Rotate selector valve to the right. Step out of the culvert and activate the remote to pull the culverts together. Step 6. After culvert is seated, release the culvert by activating the remote. When using more than one J-link, rotate the first J-link so the hook opening is facing up. When the next culvert is in place, place the J-hook in the center of the box. Connect the second J-link to the one attached to the puller and drop the other end over the 1.25-inch pin on the J-hook. Rotate the selector valve to the right. Step out of the culvert and activate the remote to pull the culverts together. Step 7. After culvert is seated, release the culvert by activating the remote. Switch the valve selector to the left. Hold the strut in position, activate the remote, and this will unwedge the strut. With the strut cylinder completely retracted, the JB pipe puller is ready to move forward. Repeat steps 6 and 7 until all culverts are set. Maintenance. If the JB pipe puller you're using is powered by an Interstate SRM 4D deep cycle battery, it has 1,645 cranking amps and 1,314 cold cranking amps. It is recommended that the battery be fully charged at the end of its daily use. It is recommended that the battery be charged at a slow rate, preferably in the deep cycle mode. An automatic charger is highly recommended. The water level in the battery should be checked periodically. This battery, if taken care of properly, will give you many years of service. If the JB pipe puller you are using is powered by a Monarch DC power unit capable of putting out 3,000 psi, the recommended oil for this unit is Dextron 4. Before adding any oil, always have the cylinder in the closed position. Also take special care when adding oil to this power unit, not to get any dirt in the system. Any contamination could cause failure. This concludes the proper operation and safety procedures of the JB pipe puller. Please review this training again if you have any questions, and be sure to read the operation manual to clarify any issues you're uncertain about. Thank you for your time in reviewing all of the materials associated with the JB pipe puller, and be sure to visit our website at www.jbpipepuller.com for more information.